Paul Tazewell's work on the Wicked film duology represents a pinnacle of creative synergy, where the boundaries between fashion, performance, and personal growth blurred into something truly magical. As the costume designer tasked with bringing the fantastical world of Oz to life on the big screen, Tazewell found himself immersed in a project that not only demanded technical mastery but also an emotional depth that resonated far beyond the sewing machine. His muses, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, brought their own luminous energies to the table, turning what could have been a straightforward assignment into a profound artistic dialogue. Erivo, embodying the fierce and misunderstood Elphaba, and Grande, channeling the bubbly yet layered Glinda, were not just actors slipping into roles. They were co-conspirators in crafting identities that felt both otherworldly and intimately human. From the outset, Tazewell's process was one of mutual inspiration. He recalls the initial fittings as moments of pure electricity, where Erivo's commanding presence and Grande's intuitive grace informed every stitch and seam. Each of them is a beautiful person, they are beautiful inside and out, Tazewell shared, his voice carrying the warmth of someone who has witnessed vulnerability up close. Their fashion-forward sensibilities were a gift, Grande known for her bold, pastel-drenched red carpet looks, and Erivo, with her elegant, soul-stirring style, naturally gravitated toward elements that amplified their characters. Elphaba's emerald greens, sharp silhouettes, and rebellious textures spoke to Erivo's interpretation of a witch who defies societal norms, while Glinda's frothy pinks, corseted waists, and sparkling embellishments mirrored Grande's vision of a woman whose lightness hides a core of strength. These weren't mere costumes, they were extensions of the performers' souls, designed to move with them through scenes of soaring anthems and heart-wrenching confrontations. The collaboration extended beyond the set, weaving into the promotional tours that preceded the film's release. Grande, ever the pop icon, infused her press appearances with Glinda's whimsy, think oversized bows and shimmering capes that echoed the character's wardrobe, while Erivo honored Elphaba with sleek, monochromatic ensembles that hinted at the green-skinned outcast's isolation and power. Tazewell watched in awe as his creations inspired their real-world style choices, a full-circle moment that deepened his appreciation for the project. To be one of the subjects of their inspiration, I wouldn't have it any other way, he reflected, emphasizing how this reciprocity fueled his creativity. It was as if the costumes, once confined to the script's pages, had taken on a life of their own, influencing not just the narrative but the star's public personas. At the heart of Tazewell's design philosophy for Wicked, For Good, the second installment that promises to complete the duology's emotional arc, was a commitment to storytelling through fabric. Oz is a land of contrasts, the opulent halls of Shiz University versus the gritty underbelly of the Emerald City, the innocence of friendship against the shadows of prejudice. Tazewell's costumes navigated these dichotomies with precision. For Elphaba, he layered utilitarian leathers with flowing capes that billowed like wings during her defiant flights, symbolizing her evolution from outcast to revolutionary. Fabrics were chosen for their tactile qualities, velvets that whispered secrets, silks that caught the light like spells, and each piece was hand-stitched to allow for the physical demands of musical theater adapted to film. Grande's Glinda required a different alchemy, tulle skirts that floated ethereally, crystal-encrusted bodices that refracted light like prisms, all balanced with hidden supports to maintain poise during high-energy dance sequences. This meticulous approach didn't come without challenges. The scale of the production, with its sprawling sets and ensemble casts, meant coordinating hundreds of looks while ensuring consistency across both films. Tazewell spent countless nights in his atelier, sketching iterations that captured the character's growth. Elphaba's arc, from wide-eyed student to empowered leader, demanded costumes that shed rigidity for fluidity, much like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. Glinda's journey, meanwhile, involved peeling back layers of artifice, starting with ostentatious gowns that screamed privilege, evolving into subtler designs that revealed her empathy. Tazewell drew from historical influences, blending Victorian corsetry with modern athleisure elements to ground the fantasy in accessibility, ensuring that audiences could envision themselves in these roles. Beyond the technical feats, the project touched Tazewell on a personal level. At 61, with a career spanning Broadway's glittering stages and Hollywood's silver screens, he viewed Wicked as a culmination of decades of dedication. His theater roots, designing for productions like The Color Purple and Memphis, instilled a reverence for live performance, where costumes must endure sweat and spotlight without faltering. Transitioning to film allowed for subtler details, like the way light plays on sequins to evoke magic, but it also amplified the stakes. Every frame would be scrutinized by millions. Winning the Academy Award for Best Costume Design was a validation that transcended accolades. It was an acknowledgement of how these garments wove themselves into cultural fabric. Just everything about the two films, Wicked and Wicked, for Good, has changed my life in such a profound way, Tazewell admitted, his words laced with humility. The award wasn't just for him. It honored the artisans, the performers, and the storytellers who breathed life into L. Frank Baum's universe via Stephen Schwartz and Winnie Halsman's book.